We're back taking control of another Wonderkid's career where we help them on their way to potentially winning the Ballon d'Or. We're starting out in the Vanarama National League North, and today we're focusing on a fullback. Let's get into it. And today's name, ladies and gentlemen, is Roger Shuttleworth, because why not? It made me laugh. Roger Shuttleworth. As I was going down, that name spoke to me. So there you go. Roger Shuttleworth, 15 years young. He's at Kidderminster Harriers, and this is his attribute breakdown. He's a left back by trade, can play right back competently, and he can also play wing back unconvincingly and competently, because if he goes to a team that plays wing backs, we need him to do well. Now, there's a few rules in this. In terms of transfers, we can't make a transfer unless the club can afford him within the range of his value. So if he's worth 50 to 80 million, we need to be able to sell him for approximately 65 million pounds, and the club needs to be able to pay for that outright. So we can't have him going to just some random team who has no money. In terms of loan moves, we can facilitate a couple of loan moves throughout his career, where you can only go to a league once, and we can only transfer upwards as well. That's a new rule I'm imposing this time. You can only transfer upwards or along the same level of division. So you can only go from in the same league. So if he's in the Premier League club, you can only go to another Premier League club, etc. Or abroad, but you know what I mean. Can't go down to the Championship. Natural transfers that happen, we will have to let them go through. In terms of the Harriers then, they got Phil Brown in charge doing the Vanarama National League North. I think it's going to go up as champions. They are favourites for the league. Rog is in the Media Dream 11, and his current ability, if I forgot to say, is 85, and his potential ability is 200. Now, one thing I've done, which you might think is a little bit cheeky, I have made him a bit of a set piece specialist. He's got 19 long throws, 19 free kick taking, 18 corners. The reason I've done this is I'm hoping that he gets put on set pieces, and that can just elevate his average rating and just push him up into that Ballon d'Or winning echelon, because to be honest, winning the Ballon d'Or from fullback is a very tall ask on this game, a very tall ask indeed. So we hope he's going to be getting lots of assists, and hence why we've been putting him on corners, free kicks and long throws. He's got good technique as well, and pretty decent crossing for a player that's only got 85 current ability. So yeah, good natural fitness, good work rate as well. So he's got all the attributes, but he's only got 10 pace and acceleration, so he'll have to work on that, but he will work on that. His attributes will improve. Let's hope the set pieces also improve, and let's hope he really kicks on in the first few years. Let's go forward a year then and see how he did with Kidderminster in this first season. So he's at 104. His set pieces remain the same. His crossing and dribbling have both gone up, as is his pace. They're up at 11 now. His technique's now at 16. I think it was at 15 before, wasn't it? Still got good determination, flair, work rate, etc. And he can also play awkwardly on the left of midfield. So we've already ticked over, so we can't see where he played last season, unfortunately. But he did play 24 times. Now, why did he only play 24 times? Is that because they couldn't play him when he was under 16? No, definitely not, because he's only just turned 16 on the 16th of May. Yeah, that's my dog's birthday. Frank Pug, 16th of May. Right, so yeah, I don't know why he only played 24 times for them all season. Phil Brown's in charge. He got promoted. So the Vanarama National League North, they went up. Ooh, they went up via the playoffs. So there you go then, Kidderminster Harriers promoted via the playoffs. And he's the key player, Roger Shuttleworth, but he only played 24 times. Again, just like make it make sense. Why did he only play 24 times? It's not like they got a different manager and they've finally got a different system. No, he can play left back. How he's now unconvincing at left midfield, considering he's not played there. Again, this game makes no sense sometimes. But is it Kidderminster Harriers now? Do we stay here at Kidderminster, or do we infiltrate a move? Because the concern is, he is only worth 60k to 190k, so we can facilitate a move. However, if we wait and a Premier League club comes in for him, he instantly jumps to a much higher value, and then he won't be able to be transferred to a lower division. So we'll only be able to utilise those loan moves. I think I mentioned earlier a couple of loan moves. Basically, we can do loan moves until he's 20. That's what I've decided in this experiment. If the AI makes a loan move after the fact, then that's on them. That's fine. But I can only interfere up to the age of 20 in terms of loan moves, and then transfers is only upwards or within the same division. So do we move? Do we move? No one's interested in him at the minute, and he's a fullback. I always think that fullbacks, defenders and goalkeepers have a much easier time of staying at a club, because realistically, I think that the AI is always looking for the strikers and the attacking midfielders and the maybe the central midfielders as well. I mean, of course, the defenders do get bought as we've seen throughout many of these experiments. But the Wonderkid wheel spin is a case in point. I always find that the defenders and the goalkeeper are much easier to keep hold of, and they do hang around. So maybe that's something we need to think about when we're going forward. Maybe we need to put extra players in early doors so we can try and bolster up that Wonderkid. So anyway, that's a different video. That's different series of videos. Let's carry on then. We're going to stay. I think I've made the executive decision. I was waffling just because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I think let's stay. Let's stay here, shall we? Where could he go? 104. Let's go up a division. Let's have a look at Leyton Orient, for example. So we could go to Leyton Orient. So we could go somewhere in League 2. What about League 1? Let's look at Charlton. Slightly above mid-table. So League 1 is probably not an option at this moment in time. So it'd be League 2. I think we're going to stay. And roll the dice that he has another season in the Vanarama National League. And we'll move next summer. Okay. When's he gone to Burton? Okay. So he's relegated from the Vanarama National League. So Kidderminster went down. Oldham have gone up. Whee, the Oldham days. The Kidderminster went down. Phil Brown, of course, left the building. Sammy Robinson. I think we had him with Oldham, didn't we? Did we? For a bit? Maybe? I don't know. Wants to leave because the club got relegated. Well, you were part of it, mate. So, he got relegated with Kidderminster, and he did not get a goal or an assist all season. Now, for me, surely you should have him on set pieces. He got an assist in a cup competition, but he didn't do very well at all. And it looks like his contract would be expiring. Did he have a contract? He was 16, wasn't he? So he'd have been on like a youth sort of amateur deal. Maybe he chose not to sign, but then why has he gone through on the 1st when his contract on the 30th would have expired? I'm not sure, but he's now got 20 long throws and 20 free kick taking. He can now play a makeshift attacking midfield left. Is he going to become a winger? That's going to derail the experiment. I don't want him to be a winger. I want him to be a fullback. I'm almost in two minds to take these positions away from him, but we don't interfere. His value's nothing. Why is he? I mean, it's because he's gone on a free. Maybe it'll take a few days to recalibrate, but his value should not be nothing. He's currently, anyway, he's at 120. And Burton Albion are in League 2. So we said we could go to League 2. We're Burton in League 2. No, they've just come bottom of League 1. Right, they've been relegated, but they've got good training facilities. Oh, of course they have, because these don't Burton train at England's training facilities, or vice versa. England train at Burton's. Anyway, state-of-the-art training facilities at Burton. If you didn't know, and you want a lower league save where you've got unbelievable training facilities and good youth facilities, Burton Albion, great save, because you've got the foundations there. You've got a little bit of money as well. £2 million in League 2 to spend, 9 million in the bank. Not bad. Anyway, Rod Shuttleworth went there for free. He is now being paid just £475 a week. That is an absolute bargain. How the hell have they managed to wangle that one? He will be here for a very short time if he's on this wage. He won't make it to the end of the 3-year contract. He will either demand a significant pay rise or he'll be out the door for quite a bit of money. So there's a Burton Albion then in League 2. Favourites to go up. Rodgers in the Media Dream 11. Of course he is. Let's go through to 2026 then. Well, that didn't last long, did it? 2.2 million. Oh my God. He went in January. Did he? He says signed by Burton Albion on a free transfer. When you sign someone on a Bosman, like if at the end of their contract, does it say that? Maybe he never signed that professional deal. They are a professional club, Kidderminster. Anyway, look, this is the preamble to going for the Ballon d'Or. We've got a long way to go in this experiment. Newcastle United for 2.2 million. Now, I don't hate that. Because I'll tell you for what, I did not want him to be going to Man City. Oh, Tottenham have won the league in 2025-2026. Big Anger's only going to win the league. They've got Marcus Rashford. They bought Rashford for £54 million. Is that because Manchester United are in the hole financially? No, they've got £55 million. Kai Rooney as youth prospect. 165 potential. Unai Emery's in charge. Anyway, Premier League, Tottenham won it. So I didn't want to go to Man City because we went there with Shrimpton and, you know, it's a bit boring always going to the same team. So, but going to Newcastle, I like to think that if he can break into this first team, he won't really be a target for that many teams. He might be, but I can't see many teams buying him because Newcastle won't be in a position that they need to sell. Look at Luca Lipani, a 164 potential. He never got anywhere near that on the Fresh Prince of West Yorkshire save. Anyway, he's in the under 21s, so at 131. I feel like a low move's needed. So we've been in League 2. So another thing is we can't go down. So at 131, really, we've been here before, haven't we? I think we were around here with Shrimpton, and I went down to League 1, and despite the fact he played every game, it was quite underwhelming. He only improved. I think he might have been in the 120s, but he only improved to about 136, 137. And I wanted to be getting into the 140s. So let's have a look. We're in the Premier League. Who could we go to in the Championship? Well, Leicester City haven't just come down from the Premier League. So who have they got? Ryan Mason's in charge. Ryan Mason's a very good manager on this game as well. Left back, Brandon Williams at 126. Oh, Brandon, I'm sorry, boy. Well, he's right-footed. You're going to play right back, Brandon. You can bail out a Ruben Sanchez. We'll have the left back position. Thank you very much. Oh, Guillem Restes at Leicester City. Signed for £11.75 million. His potential's not there, is it? 152. Must be 150 to 180. So, Leicester have got a good team. One of the favourites to go up. Fourth, you think they're going to finish. Shall we go to Leicester for the season? I think we'll get some first-team football. Go on then, Rog. Go to other club on loan. And I think, really, this might be it. If he gets into the near the 150s, we might be staying at Newcastle. We've only got one more loan move, though, after this, because he'll be 19, and we can only loan move up until 20. So, let's crack on. He'd already be worth £60 million if I was to sell him somewhere, so Championship teams are out of the equation. Okay, so he played 39 times for Leicester City, 6 off the bench, so 45 games. So that was phenomenal first-team football. Never came off the bench once. Only 4 assists and 3 player of the matches, though, a 7.12. That's concerning. His lack of assists up to this point is concerning. I would have thought, with a set-piece merchant like this, he would be scoring. He's never scored a professional goal in 123 games, which for me is astounding. Surely they've had a direct free kick. And if we look at his actual profile, he's back down at 19 for free kick taking, but 20 long throws, 18 corners. He's tackling and technique of up at 16. He's running out to be a phenomenal player, basically. He's really good. He is really good. He's currently at 151. Is that a jump of 20 from 131? I think it is. So we wanted to be getting into around the 150s, and we have. Let's have a look at the first team then of Newcastle. He's now in that first team, and he's the 12th best player. Now, Amar Dedic is at 157, who can play left back and right back. So he's probably going to be, well, so can Rog. He's going to be ahead of Rog for now. But Sven Botman's the centre back, can play left back, but he is playing centre back. Then you've got your big hitters. You've got Emil Smith-Rowe here as well. Karim Konate, who's been signed. He was signed for 30 million from Salzburg. Karnaseshi, he came in from Atalanta, 27.5. Nicholas Jackson, £75 million from Chelsea. Now that is, that's criminal. I got a lot of hate in my Emma Hayes video about my slagging off of Nicholas Jackson, but to be honest, I haven't rated him at Chelsea. I'm going to double down on it. I don't think he's been that good. I think people say, look at his goal contributions, for his goals and assists. In a team like Chelsea, the season they had, it was poor. He was the main number 9. He should have scored a lot more and got a lot more assists, but he didn't. There you go, doubling down. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's has come here as well, £57 million from Spurs. Fine. He's just come in, actually. Roger Shuttleworth is down here. So in terms of defenders, we've literally only got two defenders who are actually better than him. So and Kalulu's at right back. He's better than Kalulu. He's going to play this season. So we're not going to be making that loan move. We're not doing it. We could, but where's he going to go? I'm not sending him back to the Championship. And to send him somewhere else in the Premier League, for me, just feels like a waste, because he's got Champions League football at his disposal here at Newcastle, as well as being in a good side where he's probably going to play a bit in cup competitions. To get to 30 plus games in all competitions will be considerably easier for a team like Newcastle, because they'll be playing probably 50 plus games in the season. Well, yeah, at the very minimum, if they went out the Champions League at the group stage, that's 8 games, then 2 more in the cup competitions. That's 10 games plus the 38. That's 48 games minimum Newcastle are playing. And really, they're going to get through in the Champions League, and they're probably going to get through a couple of rounds in the Cups. So, we're staying at Newcastle. Long story short. But it was not short. I just waffled. So, long story long. Short story long. There you go. Man City won the league again. De Zerbi's in charge because Pep got sacked a year ago. Oh my God. They sacked him for not winning the league for the first time in however many years. What's Ralph doing? Is he the manager of Austria? No, he's the manager of Barnsley. I didn't expect that. Did not expect that. He was the manager of Wolves for a cup of coffee. Relegated, hired at Christmas. Relegated, sacked, and then, 2.5 years later, became the manager of Barnsley, but he's only won the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, and he's top of League One, alphabetically. But he's still top of League One for now. Go on, Ralph. So, Rog, 151, 421 caps, no goals. In terms of England caps, he's not actually broken through yet. He's only nearly 40 grand a week. We are almost certain that we're going to be here at Newcastle for the long haul. How did his debut season for Newcastle go? He got the one appearance when he came in the January, but this season I'm expecting 30 plus games in all competitions. Right, so 164. That's a good sign. That's an excellent sign. He played 29 games in the league, 8 in the cup, 7 in the Champions League. He scored a goal in the Champions League, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, 43 games, 1 off the bench in a season where Arsenal won the league. We finished 4th. Is that the same as the season before? It is, but we got 2 points more. Oh my God, we've lost out on goal difference 2 seasons in a row. I'm finishing 3rd. We're on the rise. Marco Rose is in charge, is a fantastic manager. We're in the 160s now. We're probably one of the best players in the squad. Arsenal still got Mikel in charge. Their first trophy of the experiment. De Zerbi's probably been sacked for not winning the league. No, they've kept hold of him. City have got £330 million in their transfer budget. It's just insane, isn't it, how much money City have got? Thomas Tuchel's stepped down from England, apparently, and gone to United. So anyway, 4th for Newcastle. And here we go. Here's the squad then. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players ahead of us now. So we are the 6th best player in the squad. And the 2nd best defender, just behind Sven Botman. And that's only 3 attribute points. Realistically, Sven Botman's at his potential. Give it, well, by January, I would have thought we'll probably be the best player in the squad. But by the end of this season, by January, easily would be the best defender in the squad. By the end of the season, hands down, best player in the squad. Over 170, almost certainly. Now, he's got £200 million to spend. I suggest you go and spend it on some decent players. Because his transfer policy up to this point, Rob Brain from Derby. Okay, 181 potential, and he's driven. Brilliant. That is the kind of transfer that you need to be making, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable stuff. But he could challenge us for the Ballon d'Or, so I'm not too happy about that. Kieran Tierney, not bad, but Ilya Meslier from Norwich. I don't know. The jury's out for them so far. I mean, he spent a lot of money here. João Cancelo, João Palhinha, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Nicholas Jackson, Alvin Stengs, Pierre Kalulu. Let's hope he spends big and we can kick on and go on that little bit further. But again, we're not getting as many goals or assists as I'd like. 2 assists in the Premier League, 4 assists all season. He's not even on set pieces, is he? Which is a crying shame, to be honest. A crying shame, because he's just so good at them all. Anyway, okay, so he's in his breakout season. He's not yet at 200. I think we're going to carry on going seasonally until he hits 200 ability. So let's go one more year to 2029. Right, he's now at 178. He's now at 178. He is the best player in Newcastle's squad, almost certainly. He's got 17 caps for England as well. He's now got himself a goal in the Premier League and 6 assists and 6 player of the matches. Not as good as the previous season, though, in terms of his average rating. But his 2nd best season to date and his best season in terms of goals, assists and player of the matches. He got 16 games in continental competitions, did not play a single minute in any cup competition, which is a shame. Arsenal won the league yet again, but we finished 2nd. Oh, on goal difference. We've missed out on goal difference again. We are getting done dirty by goal difference over here. Oh, how disappointing. How disappointing. Who did he sign? No one. Jack Grealish on a free. I'm sorry. No. Sanucci Takada. No. Renzetti. Again, no. 136 potential. Like 9 million from Napoli. Shit. It's awful. And £171 million out. They've got £317 million to spend this season. I suggest, Marco, you go and bloody spend it. And let me tell you to spend it on an absolute clinical striker. You've got Alexander Isak at 165. He's very, very good. You can get someone to play alongside him because you're clearly playing 2 up top. You've got no one there. You literally got a hole in your team. Jack Grealish is here. Emil Smith-Rowe. Like, these 2 need replacing. Smith-Rowe, 160 out of 165. Jack Grealish, 157 out of 175. Too old. And, like, not good enough. Like, you could literally buy players that would really do the business here. Snarling Gramar's all right. Who's his Carter Vickers? Okay. Right. Disappointed with the season. Man City won the FA Cup. Man United won the Carabao Cup. It's Arsenal in the final. We won, in terms of the Champions League, Inter beat PSG on penalties in the final. We got to the semi-final against Inter and we lost 4-3 on aggregate. Look at that. We were 3-1 down, went 4-1 down, Lautaro Martinez. Barella got sent off and then we started. 2 goals, but not enough, and we dominated. But it was just too much from the first leg. And that tells you everything you need to know. You didn't score enough goals. You want a world-class centre-back, a great cam, and a great striker. And you've got £300 million to spend, Marco. Go and bloody spend it. Right, he's now at 191, and he is possibly the best fullback in the world. He is one of the best players in the world. He's easily the best player in Newcastle's squad. He got 34 games last season, 1 assist, 1 player of the match. This is really disappointing me now. He's very clearly not on set pieces, and there's no reason for him not to be. Arsenal have won the league yet again. We're now down in 3rd. We're 18 points off the pace. We're going backwards. We are going backwards, ladies and gentlemen. What did he spend? £133 million. Right, on who? Alexandre Penetra. He spent £54 million on this guy. Well, that horrific start. Nakagura, 23, 141. He's at his potential. 4.2 million. At least he wasn't expensive. Right, hello, Endrick for £71 million after add-ons. That's a good signing. Well done, Marco. I feel so patronising here. Federico Gatti, 32 years old, £31 million from Juve. Guillermo Enrique is a regen, and he was free. Okay. He gets to 140 odd, and he's worth a bit. They can flip him for a profit and then go and buy someone better. Fine. David Robson, a backup goalkeeper who's 28 years old and has got a potential ability of 118. Why on earth have you bought him? And then Ocampo. Good. 8.75 from Chivas, Mexican. Great defending. I mean, he's not got the best potential ability, and his loyalty, his ambition are not good, and his professionalism. But, hey, less than £10 million, and you could probably sell him for 50, 60 million. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Right. A mixed bag transfer window. A mixed bag. I didn't even look at this guy. 5 million. He's 20 years old. 159. Yeah, okay, that's a good signing. That's a good signing. This was an awful signing. Sorry, Penetra, if you're watching, but you're not worth £54 million with that breakdown of attributes. Okay, so, yeah, we didn't win the league. As I say, we're going backwards. The FA Cup was won by Arsenal, beating Spurs in the final. Carabao Cup was won by Southampton, beating Man City. And the Champions League was won by Barcelona. Pep's at Chelsea. He's just come to Chelsea from PSG, where he's won the league and cup. He left Inter after winning the Champions League to go and be the manager of PSG. That means Chelsea are probably going to kick on for a while. We're not. We're just languishing, not doing much at all. He's going to be at 200 at the end of this season. So we're going to jump through slightly bigger jumps now. We're going to go through 3 years to 2033. He's unhappy. Unhappy at the sale of hot prospect Ben Musgrove. So he got sold for £14.75 million. I'll be honest with you, at 154, I'm not too... I mean, yeah, the finances probably weren't there, but get rid of someone who's only at going to be a 154. You don't want him in your team. He's not going to be good enough. He's a squad option at best. And he's not a good squad option. All he can do is run. That's not Premier League quality. You need to back your manager, Rog. You need to back your manager. He's at 200 anyway. Look at his polygon. Unbelievable. What a player. He's professional. Well, be professional then and shut the fuck up about Ben Musgrove. He's not really... Last 3 seasons, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 player of the matches. He's got a 7.38 most recently. 27 games. It's not good enough, is it? Arsenal are on an absolute tear. Who have Arsenal got? I wondered why they were doing so well. Vincent Kompany's coming. You've got 4 Champions Leagues. They've literally won 4 Champions Leagues. Who's in the Arsenal squad then? Razvan Radulescu, a Romanian regen. £25 million did he cost him? He's 180, yeah. Giuseppe Zanin, 75 million from Atalanta. I mean, he's good, but paid well for him. I mean, look at this. You've got quite a few players here, actual real people here. You've got Javi Guerra, Nwaneri, Daniel Smith is a regen who come through the youth academy. Yeah, do you know what? They've done pretty well in the transfer market and they're absolutely ripping it up. Loads of Champions Leagues, loads of Premier Leagues. Vincent Kompany. The cheat code, the Football Manager cheat code is in charge of them. And how have we been doing then? Well, we know we've not won the league. 5th there. Then 7th. And then 7th again, getting Champions League football. Right. So, managers. The Marco Rose was sacked. Yeah. He's in his nearly 6 years, he won the Carabao Cup twice. Thomas Tuchel's come in, and in his defence, he's won the Europa League. If you've got to be, if you're in it, you've got to try and win it. And he did go and win it. A hat-trick from Hendrick. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so we've got £315 million to spend. Has he been spending it? First season, well, this wasn't him, was it? But Gavi, for £34 million. I don't quite get why he was so cheap, but Gavi's been bought in. Jeremy Frimpong as well. Barcelona must have been in financial meltdown here. Nope. They've just let him go. Okay. Santana, he's a youngster, 15 million. Yeah, okay. He's 23 now and he's not actually hit his potential, so a bit more game time, please. Christian Morrow. So then Thomas Tuchel came in. Was it here? No, probably not. It's probably Marco Rose. He got sacked when they were doing rubbish. £56 million, Luigi Milella. Silvano Voss. He's real. He's listed now. £86 million Thomas Tuchel spent here. £54 million. But Mikey Moore, real player. Again, in the 150s. 187 potential. Not going to make it. So I'm just a bit disappointed. Luca Lopani's been sold to Roma at 28 years old. Basically at the peak of his powers. And yeah, I'm just disappointed. I'm very disappointed. 2 FA Cups for Everton and 1 for Arsenal. Now Everton, excuse me, Chris Ingram, promotion from within. It doesn't say takeover like a tycoon, but no tycoon. They've got no bank balance. Yet they've been doing well. They've been doing very well of Everton. 2 FA Cups and then a runner-up in 3 consecutive seasons. We did win the Carabao Cup in 2031. Again, that was Marco Rose's last hurrah as Newcastle manager. Fortunately, not really done much else. And Rog, there's reasons to be unhappy. The sale of hot prospect Ben Musgrove is probably not one of them. It's probably the shambolic performances in the league and other competitions. Like, where have they been in the Champions League? This guy is never going to win the Ballon d'Or at this rate. But, it is what it is. So, let's go to his 30. He'll be 30 when we come back in 2038. 5 years now we're jumping. I'm getting frustrated with Newcastle. So we're still here. We're 30 years old. He's a model professional. He's unbelievable, isn't he? He's finally getting more assists. 9 assists, 8 assists. Newcastle are doing a bit better. Vincent Kompany's here. And we've won 2 leagues in a row. So we went back. Let's go back 5 years. Arsenal won it. Then City. Then Chelsea. Then Newcastle. 92 points. And then Newcastle again on 87 points. How long has Vincent Kompany been here? 3 years and 14 days. And he's also won the Champions League 2 years in a row. So he's got a Champions League and Premier League double for 2 years in a row. He's been here 3 years. The Football Manager cheat code strikes yet again. Who have we beaten? Real Madrid and Liverpool. One on penalties. Big Rog scored. Of course he did. And then 1-0. Aaron Santana. We can check the match report. Oh my God. He got the assist. And a man of the match. Roger Shuttleworth, assistant man of the match in the new camp as we beat Liverpool. Would that be enough to win a Ballon d'Or? He's got 2 goals and 114 caps for England. He's obviously become the new Ashley Cole in terms of how often he plays for England. So, Gattuso's in charge of England. Have we won any tournaments? We've won a World Cup in 2026. What have you been playing in 2026? No, he was bought by Newcastle in 2026. Didn't play till 2028. So internationally, he's won absolutely nothing. And that's disappointing. He's a legendary fullback. He's on over £500,000 a week. He's doing very well. Very well indeed. Newcastle have got over £100 million to spend. Vincent Kompany, he doesn't need to spend it. He's all about the tactics. Spent £200 million there, though. So anyway, yeah, so 2 Premier Leagues in a row, 2 Champions Leagues in a row. We've also won an FA Cup, so we got a treble in the 36-37 season. Not managed to win another Carabao Cup. Oh, he has actually won a Carabao Cup there, 34-35. No, that was not Vinny Comp, so sorry. No, he's only been here 3 years. So yeah, realistically, we're going to be coming back to check in on Ballon d'Ors at the end of Roger's career. So we might as well go through to the end now. Let's go to 2044, it'll be 36. If he's gone to Saudi by then, we'll call it there. He might have already retired. Yeah, he has gone. He's at 169 now. He left for 16.5 million. At the start of the season, gets £1.8 million a week. So go and earn that bag, Rog. Now, in terms of assists, 80 assists over the career, 21 goals, 61 player of the matches, 661 games. He's got over a 7 for the majority of his career. He's in the 7.57 here. He's done well. So firstly, Xabi Alonso's in charge. He's been here for nearly 3 years. Vincent Kompany left. He's now the Real Madrid manager. Now, he did win quite a lot of stuff. Let's go and have a look at the Premier League when we were last here. So Newcastle won it there, and there, that's the 2 they won. And then we won it again. There's 3 in a row, then second. Oh, and goal difference. Oh my God, 3 teams on the same points. Goal difference separating the top 3. What a... You ever seen anything like it? Then second again, 1 point behind. Then 12 points behind, so second. Then we're third, and then we're second by a point. So we've only won 1 more league. That's not great, is it? We have won 2 more Champions Leagues, though. And one was probably Vinny. Were they both Xabi Alonso, actually? Yeah, both Xabi Alonso left Inter. He's come and won the Champions League twice. He's also won the FA Cup 3 years ago. Norwich City have also won the FA Cup. Excuse me. You've got a tycoon here, Jong-in Kim. He won the Europa League as well. Madness. And a couple of Carabao Cups back here for Vinny Comp as well. So, the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Has Rog won a Ballon d'Or? Based on his form, I'm going to say probably not. This would have been his season, the 7.57, really. But, I don't know, a 7.57 for me probably isn't quite good enough to win a Ballon d'Or. We'll go and have a look, though. So, here we go then. Real life, and then real life. And then Mo Salah won the first of this game. And then it was 3 in a row for Kylian Mbappe. Then Tchouaméni at 7.64. So, and then Mbappe at striker, a 7.42 with 38 goals. Now, the numbers don't lie. I mean, there's Saka's with 3 in a row. It's 7.6. A 5 in a row for Saka, sorry. Bellingham. And then Endrick at 28, second place. Also, we got Bojan, this guy, on the left of midfield, who is now retired, but he was second. Third, sorry. Then Jude again. Luigi Milella, who was signed. Lamine Yamal. Milella then won it. One's Emery in third. David Teixeira. So we're not even in the top 3. And yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. What's he saying? 174. Pedro Jose Torres. Yeah, and that's it. That's most recent one. So we didn't even make it into the top 3. Football of the year. Unfortunately, not in any of the things. If we go all seasons, though, he is left back in the all-season Team Dream 11. So there is that. He did make it into the all-time 11 at left back, but he didn't win the Ballon d'Or. And I thought we might have a chance by making him a set-piece demon, but that didn't seem to come to fruition whatsoever. Now, I'm sure if I had him in my team and I was playing the seasons, etc., and I had him on all the set pieces, he would do a lot better. But I don't want to take over and just make, like, because I think I could probably win the Ballon d'Or with a lot of players, because you could just put them up front, and couldn't you? And you could just make them score loads of goals, put them on pens and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Disappointing though, not disappointing not to even make it into the top 3. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of today. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Take good care of yourselves. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. Let me know other positions or real players you want me to try and do this with. Of course, we did this with Finlay Shrimpton, but we could take over a real player and see if we can win the Ballon d'Or. Now, I'm going to rule out Haaland and Mbappe because I think it'd be too easy and it'd be boring. A young player that we might have to tweak their attributes to, I don't know, but we could maybe do it with Kai Rooney or Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. Let me know in the comments what you reckon. Or actually, we'll do a versus. Could do 2 players and see who could win it first. Oh, I like that idea. There we go then. That's how the brain cogs work. I asked for ideas and I couldn't one myself, but let me know in the comments any ideas that you guys have, of course. And most importantly, take good care of yourselves. See you soon.